Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, offered timeless wisdom on this matter. He said, "When another person blames you or hates you, or when people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety over their opinions of you." This perspective encourages us to look beyond the surface and understand the deeper motivations behind others' action. Have you ever noticed how a single negative comment can linger in your mind far longer than a compliment? It's like a stubborn stain on your favorite shirt that refuses to wash out. But here's where your power lies. In recognizing that stain and deciding not to let it ruin your shirt or your day. It's about understanding that these harsh moments often say more about the other person's struggles and insecurities than they do about you. In these moments of confrontation with negativity, there is also a unique opportunity for self-reflection. So I challenge you to turn inward, peeling away layers of expectations and societal masks. What truths about yourself have been overshadowed by others' judgments? Are you allowing someone else's negativity to define your day or your self-worth? Welcome to Stoic Journey. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery together, finding ways not only to navigate toxic individuals, but also to strengthen our sense of self and resilience. Number 1. Forgiveness and memory. Do you see how the stars continue to shine brightly despite being surrounded by darkness? Think of these stars as the people who bring value to your life, lighting your path with understanding and empathy. Yet, just as there are stars, you may also encounter black holes, representations of toxic individuals who attempt to pull you into their darkness, draining your joy and energy. Question arises, is there a way to navigate this cosmic dance of relationships without getting trapped by these black holes? Imagine yourself as a spaceship, not powered by hydrogen, but by courage and wisdom. Your courage is like a power cell, fueled by forgiveness, the ability to release others from their faults and lift yourself higher than any toxic influence. Forgiveness disentangles you from the gravitational pull of resentment, freeing you from the chains of painful memories and grudges. But every spaceship needs a reliable navigational system, and this is where your memory comes into play. Your memory is the keeper of life's lessons, quiet voice reminding you to steer clear when a familiar black hole looms in your flight path. The truth is, our past encounters with toxicity are not shackles. They are markers on a star map, guiding us towards safer orbits. Every lesson learned from dealing with a toxic individual, every intense emotion experienced, becomes a beacon that helps you avoid repeating the same patterns. This delicate balance between forgiveness and memory serves as the compass that guides you through the complex constellation of relationships. With these thoughts in mind, I encourage you to reflect on your journey through this celestial dance of relationships. Who in your life shines like a brilliant star, and from whom should you divert, like avoiding a black hole? Let your forgiveness be the fuel that propels you forward, and let your memory guide you, helping you navigate through life without falling into the same traps. Powered by the strength of forgiveness and guided by the wisdom of memory, you can navigate the universe of relationships with elegance and resilience, creating your own brilliant path amidst the stars. Number 2. Setting boundaries. Think about the ancient Stoics. They mastered their minds not by avoiding adversity, but by fortifying their inner worlds. They understood that not every opinion, criticism, or negative energy deserved their attention. What if I told you that dealing with toxic people could be approached with the same Stoic mindset? It's not about building an impenetrable wall, but about choosing which gates to open and when. This selective openness doesn't make you less compassionate, it makes you a curator of your own peace. Picture your energy as a precious, limited resource, like water in a desert. Every interaction you engage in is like giving away a drop of that water. Would you rather give it to someone who plants seeds in your desert, helping it bloom, or to someone who lets it evaporate under a scorching sun? Setting boundaries is about investing your energy wisely, not with arrogance or disdain, but with the calm resolve of a Stoic who knows their worth and the value of their time. It's about calmly asserting, "This is where I draw the line," because your peace is not up for negotiation. Now, let's embrace this mindset. See each day as an opportunity to paint your masterpiece, investing your energy where it can create wonders. Remember, setting boundaries isn't an act of aggression. It's an act of self-respect and wisdom. Start today, not by cutting people out, but by clearly defining where your garden ends and the wild begins. Watch how the landscape of your life transforms. If this message resonates with you, let us know in the comments and give this video a like to help spread the word. And don't forget to subscribe for more insight. Number 3. Focus on goals. You know that feeling when you've set your sights on something you truly desire? Whether it's mastering a new skill, achieving a fitness goal, or making progress in a personal project, everything seems to be on track. But then, out of nowhere, you encounter people or situations that dampen your enthusiasm. It's like a gust of wind redirecting a paper airplane off course. Disheartening, to say the least. Take the story of Jordan, for example. Jordan was passionate about starting a small online business. However, skepticism from friends and family came in waves, some openly doubting, while others subtly suggested safer paths. It's a situation many of us have faced. But instead of getting caught up in defending his dreams or trying to prove others wrong, Jordan focused on refining his skills, expanding his knowledge, and steadily building his business step by step. So what can we learn from Jordan's journey? Key is having a steadfast belief in your vision and refusing to let negativity derail your path. This leads us to an important lesson in dealing with toxic people, a skill that requires finesse. The Stoics had a profound insight. Focus on what's within your control. Let's be honest, changing others isn't something we can control. But managing our response to them is entirely within our power. It's about creating a mental barrier, ensuring that negativity doesn't seep in and cloud your judgment or dampen your spirits. Think of it like wearing a raincoat during a storm. It doesn't stop the rain, but it keeps you dry. That's the kind of resilience we need to cultivate. So the next time you encounter skepticism or negativity regarding your plans or ambitions, remember Jordan. Redirect your energy away from convincing detractors and instead channel it into strengthening your own path. Offer a smile, a nod, and continue with your endeavors. You have goals to reach, and no amount of negativity should be allowed to take up space in your thoughts without paying rent. Embrace Stoicism, focus on your actions, and enjoy the process. Let the noise of doubt fade into a mere whisper in the background. This is your journey, and you are the sole navigator of your path. Number 4. Control of negative self-talk. We've all experienced that weight of negativity pulling us down. Surprisingly, the way we talk to ourselves when dealing with toxic people can either serve as our armor or become our Achilles heel. Think of your mind as a garden, where every thought you have about yourself is like a seed. Plant seeds of strength and resilience, and you'll stand tall. But if you start planting doubts and fears, toxic weeds can choke out all the good. But that's just part of the story. Walking away isn't always an option. And this is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism comes into play. Stoicism teaches us that it's not what happens to us, but how we react to it that defines us. True strength is found in our reactions. When you find yourself navigating through the turbulence of someone else's negativity, pay close attention to the conversations you have with yourself. Instead of asking, "Why do I have to deal with this?" try pondering, "How can I grow stronger from this encounter?" This shift in perspective can cultivate resilience, empathy, or the courage to uphold your boundaries. Altering your viewpoint isn't just a play on words, it's about reclaiming your power. Another valuable tool is detachment. Not in a cold or uncaring way, but in a way that wisely chooses where your energy goes. Imagine someone's negative comments as arrows. If your self-worth is an impenetrable shield, those arrows can't harm you. While you may still feel the sting at times, remember that those arrows can only wound you if you allow them to. So take a moment to reflect. How often do you let external negativity influence your self-talk? Controlling this doesn't mean building a fortress around your heart. It's about knowing your worth and understanding that your reaction is your power. Sometimes it's simply about choosing not to give your peace away. Stoicism isn't about living without emotion. It's about choosing which battles are worth your energy. Remember, the only person you truly have control over in this life is you. And that's where your strength lies. Number 5. Avoiding unnecessary arguments. When dealing with toxic people, it can feel like finding your way through a dark maze. You never know when you might bump into a wall. Key isn't to charge at every wall you encounter, but to carefully feel your way around and decide which paths are worth pursuing. Some conflicts are just dead ends, energy drainers with no reward at the end. Recognizing this can save you a lot of headaches. You might be surprised to find that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. Silence can speak louder than any words you could throw into the fray. Toxic people often thrive on the reactions they provoke, seeking validation that their words have hit their mark. By choosing not to engage, you're taking the wind out of their sails. It's not about ignoring the problem, but about refusing to let it control you. Your energy is valuable. Spend it on battles that matter. Beware of the temptation to change someone's toxic behavior by arguing or reasoning with them. This is like trying to extinguish a fire with gasoline. It only fuels the flames. Instead, consider asking reflective questions to gently encourage them to see things from a different perspective. It's about shifting from confrontation to conversation. This approach won't always work, and that's okay. The goal isn't to win every battle, to maintain your peace and dignity in the process. On this battlefield, empathy is your shield, and patience is your sword. Trying to understand where the other person is coming from doesn't mean you agree with them or condone their behavior. It means you're strong enough to look beyond the surface. Remember, everyone is fighting their own battles, some of which you may know nothing about. By practicing patience, you give yourself the time to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Take a moment to reflect on your encounters with difficult people. Are there patterns you've noticed? Are there battles you've been fighting that simply aren't worth your time? Remember, being stoic isn't about being emotionless. It's about not letting your emotions control you. It's about choosing where to focus your energy, knowing that not every battle is yours to fight. So the next time you're faced with a potential argument, take a step back, breathe, and ask yourself, is this really worth my peace? Number 6. Self-awareness. Just as knowing you're allergic to smoke makes you avoid it, understanding your own responses to toxic people can empower you to maintain emotional distance. This reminds me of a lesson from an old fencing master who taught that the true skill in fencing isn't just in attacking, but in knowing exactly when to dodge. Every time a toxic person lashes out, imagine yourself executing a perfect sidestep. You don't absorb the blow because you're aware of your boundaries and respect them enough not to let anyone cross them. This doesn't require anger or retaliation, just a quiet, unshakable knowledge of who you are. Incorporating this understanding into your daily life isn't as difficult as it might seem. Think of it like tying your shoes. At first, it requires focus, but eventually comes second nature. When faced with negativity, take a moment to step back and ask yourself, why does this bother me? Or, what can I learn from this? These questions aren't about excusing others' behavior, but about strengthening your own mental resilience. Understand that this journey won't be free of obstacles. Cultivating self-awareness and navigating through the smoke of others' negativity is no fairy tale. There will be days when it feels easier to simply react, throw back what was thrown at you. That's a fleeting victory, one that feels hollow because it goes against who you truly are. Each time you choose to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, remember you're not doing it because it's the easy choice, but because it's the right one for you. This is about building a fortress within yourself, not from arrogance, from a place of strength and calm. It's not about ignoring negativity, but acknowledging it without letting it define your action. So embrace the challenge. It sharpens you, makes you more resilient, and in the long run, undeniably stronger. By mastering this approach, you'll find that you can navigate through even the densest smoke with clarity and grace, remaining true to yourself every step of the way. Number 7. Emotional stability. But what if I told you there's a way to clear that fog? It begins from within. through the cultivation of emotional stability grounded in Stoicism. Think about that one person who, no matter the chaos around them, remains unshaken, like a mountain standing firm against a raging storm. This isn't about being indifferent or cold. It's about recognizing that the only thing truly under our control is how we respond to the world around us. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies not in trying to control the uncontrollable, but in mastering our reactions. So when faced with toxicity, we can channel our inner Stoic. Instead of getting caught up in the drama, we take a moment to pause. It's like finding yourself in the eye of the hurricane. Everything may be swirling wildly around you, but within that space, there is calm. This pause allows us to breathe, reflect, and act from a place of rational calmness. It's about shifting our focus from what's happening around us to how we choose to let it impact our inner peace. And how do we achieve this? Through the practice of mindfulness. While mindfulness is often spoken about, its power is undeniable. Mindfulness helps us detach from the chaos, allowing us to observe it without getting pulled in. It's not about ignoring the toxicity, but rather acknowledging it without letting it dictate our peace. It's about understanding that, like clouds in the sky, these moments will pass. So, the next time you find yourself enveloped by negativity, remember that you are the architect of your peace. Build it strong, grounded in mindfulness and Stoic resilience, and you'll find that no matter how dense the fog, you can always find your way through. Number 8. Energy intelligence. Navigating the turbulent waters of interactions with toxic people can challenge even the calmest of minds. But let's turn the focus inward and explore the concept of energy intelligence as our guiding compass. Imagine your energy as a protective barrier, much like the walls of an ancient city, designed to preserve your peace and keep out unwelcome negativity. Now consider the power of choice in these situations. Just as you carefully select the fuel for your car, which influences its performance and longevity, you have the power to choose how you react and engage with energy-draining individuals. Responding with patience and understanding, or choosing not to engage at all, can become your super fuel, optimizing your emotional well-being and keeping you on a steady course. This isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about arming yourself with wisdom and making choices that align with your peace. Harnessing this energy intelligence goes beyond mere self-control. It's about creating a space around you that is so grounded, even the fiercest storm can't shake your foundation. Like a tree deeply rooted in the earth, you become immovable, not because the wind doesn't blow around you, but because you've mastered the art of bending and swaying without breaking. This strength and flexibility disarm toxic energy, leaving it no choice but to dissipate or move on. Now I invite you to reflect on how you've been managing your energy in the face of adversity. Think back to those moments when someone's negativity felt overwhelming. How did you respond? Did you let their storm cloud your sky, or did you shine even brighter, guiding both of you back to calm? This journey isn't about becoming unaffected by life's challenges. It's about recognizing that within you lies a reservoir of strength and wisdom, ready to face any storm that comes your way. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself of the power you hold. As you move forward, consider how you will channel this energy intelligence, not just to protect your peace, but to illuminate the way for others. Remember, the true test of your inner strength isn't in avoiding the storm, but in how you dance in the rain. Number 9. Seeking support. Every now and then, we cross paths with someone who seems to test our peace of mind at every turn. You know the type. Their presence feels like a storm cloud on a sunny day. It's as if you're stuck in quicksand, and the more you struggle to maintain your calm, the deeper you sink into frustration or anger. This is the tricky dynamic we often face when dealing with toxic individuals. It's a challenge to our patience, but more importantly, it's a test of our stoicism. However, let's reconsider how reaching out for support in these situations isn't a sign of weakness. It's a display of wisdom. Just as a single candle can pierce the darkness, sharing your struggles with someone who understands can illuminate paths you might not have seen before. These are the people who bolster our resolve, not by fighting our battles for us, but by reminding us of the strength we already possess. Imagine having a wise elder in your corner, offering guidance drawn from a lifetime of experience. That kind of invaluable support can help us navigate toxicity with grace. To truly harness the Stoic strength within us, we need to recognize when external perspectives can provide clarity. It's about understanding that while we can't control others' actions, we can certainly control our reactions to them. Through Stoicism, we learn to detach and view situations from a broader perspective. It's like zooming out on a map to find alternative routes that might have been missed when we were too focused on the detail. In seeking support, we give ourselves the space to breathe, reflect, and choose our responses thoughtfully, ensuring they align with our values and preserve our peace. So take a moment to reflect on your own encounters with challenging individuals. How have you navigated those situations? Have you tried to go it alone, relying solely on your inner strength? Or have you sought that supportive perspective could change everything? Remember, the true mark of a Stoic isn't in suffering silently or going it alone. It's in knowing when and how to tap into the wisdom around us, allowing us to walk our path with greater ease and understanding. By embracing support, we not only strengthen ourselves, but also enrich our journey through life's inevitable challenge. Number 10. Solution-oriented approach. Do you ever find yourself wondering how to handle those toxic people we all inevitably encounter? It can feel like navigating through a dense fog where every step is uncertain and the air seems heavy with negativity. The key to managing these encounters lies in adopting a solution-oriented mindset, deeply rooted in the principles of Stoicism. This approach allows us to transform toxic interactions into opportunities for personal growth and emotional intelligence, rather than sources of frustration. Flipping the script on toxic encounters requires a bit of creativity. Like playing chess, you need to think several moves ahead, anticipating reactions while keeping your emotions in check. This means listening more than you speak and responding with calmness, a trait that is admired by many but mastered by few. This strategic creativity helps you maintain your peace and avoid getting entangled in the chaos that toxic people often bring. Adaptability is your greatest ally in these situations. It's about staying true to your values while skillfully navigating the challenges of dealing with difficult personalities. Picture yourself as a tree, firmly rooted yet flexible in the wind. When faced with the gales of toxicity, you sway, but you do not break. This resilience not only strengthens your character, but also equips you with the tools to weather any storm that comes your way. I invite you to reflect on your own reactions when confronted with negativity or manipulation. How do you respond? Remember, while the presence of toxic people may be beyond your control, your response to them is entirely within your power. By incorporating a Stoic, solution-oriented mindset, you're not just avoiding the pitfalls of negativity, you're actively shaping a life of peace, resilience, and dignity. In the grand scheme of things, it's not the obstacles we face that define us, but how we choose to overcome them. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of a toxic encounter, remember, you have the power to turn it into a moment of growth, maintaining your peace and fortifying your inner strength along the way. Number 11. Detection of false cordiality. Body language often reveals what words don't. A grin that doesn't reach the eyes or arms tightly crossed across the chest are clear signs of insincerity. These are subtle clues that you're dealing with hidden agendas rather than genuine concern. Take a moment to listen to what isn't being said. A voice dripping with honey but lacking warmth, or an awkward laugh that doesn't quite fit the conversation, can tell you more than words ever could. These nuances are like invisible threads pulling at your intuition, reminding you that all is not as it seems. Think about the patterns you notice in people's behavior. Consistent actions often reveal a person's true character, like the steady beat of a drum, predictable and reliable. On the other hand, behavior that shifts based on who's watching is as flimsy as a leaf in the wind, showing that the display of friendship may be just that, display. Observing these patterns is crucial because in the world of human interactions, consistency is king. Sifting through the facades of false cordiality isn't just about protecting yourself from toxic relationships. It's also about fostering an environment where authentic connections can thrive. It's about being a beacon of authenticity in a sea of pretense, guiding others toward genuine relationships. So, the next time you sense that something is off, trust your gut. Pay attention to the signs, and remember that not every hand extended in friendship is one worth shaking. Stay steadfast, because the path ahead is yours alone. Your peace is a fortress, and you must guard it with the wisdom of Stoicism. Exploring Stoicism offers not only tools to handle toxic individuals, but also a gateway to a more fulfilling life. And there's more. A deeper world of Stoic wisdom awaits you. By joining our free newsletter, you're taking the first step toward it. Don't miss out. Check the link in the description and secure your place among fellow Stoics today. As we wrap up today's lessons, remember that the power to shape your experiences lies within you. The wisdom we've explored, whether in navigating challenging relationships, maintaining your peace, or cultivating resilience, is all about making mindful choices that align with your true self. Let these insights guide you in the days ahead, reminding you that every step you take toward personal growth is a step toward a more fulfilling life. Now, don't let the learning stop here. If today's lessons resonated with you, join our community for more insights and practical wisdom. Subscribe to our channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay connected as we continue this journey together. Let's build a life of purpose and peace, one lesson at a time.